This one controversial ad changed Kellogg's history forever. And this one line of copy turned an average cereal product into a billion-dollar brand. Today, I'm going to reveal the full juicy story, where it started, what went wrong, and what worked. Plus, stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to give you 5 very simple copy strategies that you can borrow from this Kellogg's controversy to get a few very easy wins in your account. Hey, I'm Tiana. I'm a creative strategist with roots in traditional copywriting, and I help DTC brands find more winning ads on Meta more often with copy-first creatives that convert. Now, does anybody else remember seeing these ads on TV? They are from a 2004 marketing campaign called Special K Challenge. Now, these ads made a pretty huge claim. Drop a jean size in 2 weeks. The catch, you have to eat nothing but a bowl of Special K cereal for breakfast and for lunch every single day. So Kellogg's received some pretty massive backlash on this campaign. The media flagged it as overly restrictive and imbalanced and called it out as a dangerous fad diet. And people are still pretty heated about this topic even today. There's so much scrutiny on the brand at that point that although they managed to run with this amazing angle for years, by 2010, the Special K Challenge was completely erased from their promotions. But as controversial as this messaging was, you cannot deny that it worked. In fact, this one little campaign turned Special K from a middle-of-the-road product into Kellogg's largest cereal brand. It soared beyond $1 billion in sales, and they were selling 168 million boxes per year. And it all started with one line of copy. Take the Special K Challenge, drop a jean size in 2 weeks. So let's break down why this campaign worked so well and talk through 5 ethical lessons that we can apply to our ads in 2025. Lesson number 1, surviving saturated markets. In the early 2000s, Kellogg's had a problem. The low-fat cereal market was getting crowded. So their old angle, here's a healthy cereal option, which crushed for them since the 1960s, now sounded like a broken record thanks to all of the competitors that started cropping up. In fancy marketer land, that is called your third stage of sophistication. And this is where you need to differentiate yourself from your competitors by coming up with a totally new mechanism for fulfilling your market's desire. In this case, that desire was weight loss. That's why the Special K Challenge was born. Kellogg's used copy to magically transform a bowl of cereal into a weight loss program. How? With one line of copy. Try the Special K Challenge and drop a jean size in 2 weeks. This headline moved Special K from a food product into a vehicle of transformation. The second that they did that, they burst their audience wide open and entered a completely different category than their competitors, because now they weren't just targeting that solution-aware, healthy cereal buyer, they were targeting a much larger problem-aware audience. Women who were desperately trying to lose weight, looking for the fastest and easiest way to do it. Which leads me to our lesson number 2, effort equation. This is one of my 11 pillars of persuasion because no matter what market you're in, people want the biggest possible results for the least amount of effort. The Special K Challenge is kind of the perfect example of that. They tapped into a massive wave of busy women who were struggling to lose weight, tired of strict diets, calorie counting, exercise routines, and all of this wasted effort. So to them, the Special K Challenge was an easy solution. Instead of spending hours on the treadmill eating salads and following complicated meal plans and portioning their dinners, they could just throw all that away and just eat a bowl of cereal for 2 meals a day for 2 weeks straight. Boom, they're down a full jean size, right? So the effort equation is very powerful, and it's so compelling that all these other objections, like, is this even healthy for me, kind of go out the window. And if you want a modern example of this, Ozempic. Millions of people across the world are choosing to inject themselves with a fairly untested formula that has tons of side effects rather than go through the intense effort that's required to lose weight through just diet and exercise alone. So the more that you can use your ad copy to position your solution as easy, like in these ad examples, the more compelling the offer becomes. 1 dot per day, 7 benefits of 1 glass, trim your waist while you sleep. On top of that, Special K took their claim a step further, and they nailed another principle of persuasion that I call stranger status, which deals with a psychological quirk where people think of their future selves as total strangers. So don't tell me about the results that I'm going to get in 2 years or 2 months, because it's just too far into the future for me to have any emotional reaction to. Instead, you gotta tell me what's gonna happen in the shortest possible timeline, like 2 weeks. Here are a few winning ads from other brands that leverage that exact same headline formula. Get big, bold claim in short timeline. Ease constipation in 14 days. 8 pounds lighter in 8 weeks. Here's how I lost 5 pounds in 5 minutes. Lesson 3, challenge. Like all great copy, these Special K ads seem very simple, but the deliberate use of the word challenge is doing a lot more heavy lifting than first meets the eye. It instantly shifts the prospect out of loss framing, as in, I need to stop overeating, into gain framing, as in, I accept a positive challenge. Suddenly, buying a box of Special K becomes exciting and empowering because it's not just cereal, it is an opportunity to take control of your life. B, it gamified eating cereal. You were no longer just eating cereal, now there was a massive victory that's attached to that. Plus, you weren't gonna have to do it alone anymore. Now you could do it alongside thousands of other women in a supportive community. And you can bet that Kellogg's milked that community angle. In fact, here is a picture of a victory event that I found, which is a meetup for women who were doing the Special K challenge together. See, this is possibly my favorite part about this copy. It magically increased the average order value and the lifetime value of the customer because the messaging was clear. The more cereal you ate, the more weight you lost. So women weren't just buying enough for breakfast, they were buying enough for 2 meals a day, 7 days a week. The result? 2 times faster consumption rate. Lesson number 4, dimensionalization. Now that is a lot of syllables to describe a pretty simple copy technique where you add dimension to your copy. The Special K challenge didn't just promise that you would lose weight, right? It promised that you could go down a jean size. So suddenly that weight loss result is something that you can picture in your head. You can imagine exactly what that feels like, and it prompts a very physiological emotional response. You can imagine looking down and seeing a gap in your waistband, or easily slipping your jeans over your hips, or going into a store and asking for a size medium instead of a size large. So these very real 3D images that we see in our minds, this is how copy can create that emotional response. And remember, all purchases are emotional decisions. And if you want a full breakdown on the psychology of how that works, you can check out my other video, The Brain Science of Buying. But for a quick copy win, take a look at your current ads and analyze how you're describing the benefit. Can you be more specific about that outcome? Can you paint a picture in your prospect's mind? Can you dimensionalize the copy? Lesson number 5, find what works and run with it. Now, you may have heard me talk about buzzwords or phrases before in my other videos, and here is what I mean by that. I suggest that once you find a single word or a phrase in an ad that really hits, just hit it again and again and again with different formats, visuals, and hooks. This Special K campaign was massive, and so much of it hinged on those few words of copy. 1, got the word challenge, and 2, the words drop a jean size. So Kellogg's used those buzzwords on every print ad, commercial, and box for the next 10 years, and even other Kellogg's products riffed on that same line, like the Crunchy Nut cereal, which used this copy: take the summer jeans challenge. This is exactly the way that I approach ads. I try to find these core phrases that really strike a chord with my audience, and then I turn them into dozens of unique variations, different formats, different styles with the same clear core message. Okay, let me recap and give you 5 very actionable steps that you can take so you can apply these lessons to your ads right after this video. Lesson number 1, take a look at your current ads and just ask, are you separating yourself from your competition? If the answer is no, brainstorm. How can you reposition your solution as a totally new way to solve an existing mass desire and soar above your competition and even open up a whole new audience, just like Kellogg's turned a box of cereal into a full-on weight loss system. Lesson number 2, leverage the effort equation and make your solution sound easier than other solutions. Only 2 scoops per day, or only 1 capsule, 30 seconds, 7 seconds, 2 steps, however you got to spin it. Just use your ad copy to make your solution sound like it will take the least amount of effort possible. Lesson number 3, this one's easy. Any way that you can insert the word challenge into your copy, try it. See if you can make your ad evoke feelings of empowerment that way, or gamify your solution. Lesson number 4, add dimension to your copy. Don't just tell me what the benefit is, you got to show me. Create an emotional response by painting me a clear picture of what I can expect to see and hear and feel when I start using your product or your service. Lesson number 5, check out your biggest winners. What words or phrases are inside of those ads? Take those and turn them into dozens of brand new, unique variations by applying them to new formats, hooks, and styles. All right, that is it. That is the story of the Kellogg's highly controversial but very profitable Special K campaign, plus 5 ways that you can ethically apply those techniques to your ads. So thank you again for tuning in. If you haven't already, I invite you to join the Copy First newsletter below. That is a totally free way to access exclusive copywriting and creative strategy tips and resources. And if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe, hit like, and please drop me a comment and just let me know what topic you want me to cover next. And until then, I will see you in the next video.